I'm Ingrid from Carver County Libraries.
And I'm Kristen, and I am from Carver County Libraries as well.
And we're here to talk to you about some of the new books that have come out this past fall, winter, and
kind of leading you into the new year.
Yes.
Yep.
So hope everybody's had some good holidays, and Happy New Year, by the way.
Yes, Happy New Year. We've survived the blizzard.
Yes.
That was way too early.
We haven't gotten those ice storms like they had in Seattle.
That's true. That's true. I mean, there's more winter to come, which will lead us into our first book, which I'm laughing, but I really should have probably picked a more summery book because that's kind of my season, but we're in winter, so I figured it kind of, fits. So this is part of a series. This is Journey Through the Seasons, and so they have all of the seasons, but I picked winter for whatever reason. So Journey Through the Seasons, winter. And so winter shows the changes the cold weather brings, beautifully written with bright and vibrant illustrations of fun animal friends and habitats. So I'll just show you, as we always do in these book talks, we always show you kind of like the inside. So I thought this was kind of sweet. This is I Spy in Winter. And so if you wanted to play your own I Spy game, which I'm sure most of you do. Yep.
Scarf and gloves.
Yep. And then there's Evergreen Tree and Snowman. So since you probably do I Spy at home anyway, you could add this to your list as one of the little games that they have in here. But you also are learning about winter. So this is a new series to check out.
Very fun. I have a super sweet book called Night Owl, and it's Knight. Like knife with a sword and a helmet. You see this little owl. So it's this little owl who wants to become a knight. And so he gets accepted into night school, and he's like the littlest creature amongst all the knights. And one night he is set to guard the tower, and a giant dragon shows up and thinks that the little owl looks like a good morsel, and he says, I am a knight on the night watch. And the little night owl offers the dragon some pizza, and the dragon really likes the pizza. So it's a super sweet, fun book about, doesn't matter how big you are, you can be courageous and gallant and overcome and follow your dreams and be what you want to be.
Love it.
It's a really sweet book.
Looks very sweet. She told me about it before we started recording this, and I'm like, it's an owl. I love it. Because I like anything owl. I know. Doesn't take much for me. All right. So we're going to go to this one now. This is The Little Book of Joy. So this is written by Nobel Peace Prize winners. His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, and Archbishop Desmond Tutu share their own childhood struggles to show young readers how they can find joy even during the most challenging times. So these two spiritual masters tell a simple story brought to life by these amazing illustrations by best-selling illustrator Rafael Lopez of how every child has joy inside them even when it sometimes hides, and how we can find it, keep it close, and grow it by sharing it with the world. So really amazing story, and the illustrations are pretty special as well.
Oh, those are very pretty.
Yeah. So,
Very nice.
and it kind of starts out, they're showing like the Dalai Lama, like when he was growing up, and then the Archbishop, and they're kind of showing it. I don't know if I can find a really great one. Sorry, doing this on the spot here. It's gonna be a little longer now because of what I've done.
That's
but
okay.
Just showing them like growing up and kind of on their own, and like two things.
I'm going to read this real quick because it's kind of good. It says, often we were sad and lonely. Both of us wished for a friend.
Yep.
And then they found each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a really good book.
Yeah. So, one of my favorites. So this is Little Book of Joy.
Well, and I have this super sweet book. It's called The More You Give by Marcy Campbell. And it's kind of that saying, it's not the things that matter. Like, the most important things aren't things.
Right.
It's like what you can give. And so it's about, love, this little girl and her grandmother, and growing up, and, there's a son and his father, And it's just a very, very sweet book. Like here it says, the boy always had more love to give, and he got love in return. Was it bigger than him? It was. It was much bigger than he had ever imagined. And that is why he was happy. So, it kind of shows the more love you give, the more you get, and you never run out of love.
Yep.
So it's a really, really beautiful book. Pretty illustrations and fun kind of rhyming text. The more you give.
That spread that you just showed, I can almost see that like on a canvas or something.
Yeah, it's just beautiful, very artistic.
Nice.
Look at those. Yeah, really pretty.
If we had more walls in my house, so I could put more up. Okay, so this is What is Math? So not my favorite subject. I struggle with this still as an adult. Surprise! But is a very sweet book, and it has really great illustrations as well. So I think it, even though I'm an adult and it was not made for me, it enticed me to look through the whole thing. But kids will really think this is cool. So this is What is Math? It's an inspiring read aloud that offers an engaging and accessible introduction to math, perfect for sparking an early interest in STEM subjects for young children, which we'll be doing more of as a library system in 2023 as well. Just a heads up on that, because more information will be coming.
Check our calendars and our upcoming brochures for spring and summer.
So I'll just show you this one right here. So it's the distance you ride to school in miles. It's 10 minus 8 equals 2 crocodiles.
Oh,
so,
that's cute.
Yeah.
I love those illustrations.
I know.
Like, they're really cool.
So my kids are 5 and 3, and when I showed this one because, I have to be relatable. So I know, Ingrid's like, geez, this is going to be like a half-hour book talk.
That's all right.
So I picked that spread because my 5-year-old's always asking me, how long does it take to get to school? Because we live about a half hour away from daycare. And I'm always like, it's the, like an episode of Daniel Tiger or something like that, which I wouldn't be able to do like what they say in here for as far as like the subtraction and stuff, but it just makes me think of what I can, when he gets into kindergarten this next year, what I can kind of use as a way to kind of help him understand how far away things are, just for an example for math. So that's why I shared that. But this is What is Math?
My niece just bought a t-shirt yesterday that says 4 out of 3 people have difficulty with math.
Oh, really?
4
I love that. That's great. Yeah, that would totally be me.
So I just thought of that.
That's perfect.
Yes. So mine isn't about math, but it's about music. Blue Baboon finds her tune. So this Blue Baboon wants to play music, and she wanders around. She sees a bassoon, which rhymes with a baboon, and she starts playing, but she's not a natural at music. And the other animals don't like the way that she plays, and they, give her some dirty looks. So he says, Blue Baboon plays bassoon out of tune. And look at the elephant and the bear are like, what are you doing?
Oh my.
So one fun thing with this book is on every page is the little balloon with the heart in it. So that's something fun for the kids to see. And then, she just keeps playing. She doesn't give up. And then she finds a green baboon, and the green baboon sings, and she plays her bassoon, and they all get together in the end and make some fun music. And the illustrations are really kind of bright and fun and just really vibrant. And every page you find the little heart balloon. So that's always fun to have some of those things when your kids are reading along to find, like in Goodnight Moon.
Yes. And then I also thought of, I don't know if I'm getting the author right, Chris Van Allsburg, that did like Polar Express and all that. There's always that white dog that's in all of his. So I like when they do stuff like that. Yeah.
So this is Blue Baboon Finds Her Tune by Helen Docherty. And it's a really fun book, and it's got a nice rhythm to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, here's...
We have to have something fun.
We do. So this is a history of toilet paper and other potty tools. And yes, I am a boy mom, but also I just thought it was... Kids are interested in this stuff.
That's right.
So, I don't know. So, have you ever wondered what humans use before potties or paper? You might be surprised at the clever tools that humans came up with over the centuries. From the great outdoors to ceramic pots, bum brushes, which I didn't know about, and bidets. Prepare for an adventure as you explore the interesting and sometimes shocking history of human potty practices. So, it is interesting, and I mean, I could have picked any, like, spread in here, but I thought this was interesting because I learned something. So, I mean, I learned something for the whole book, but especially this. So, of course, this is an outhouse, right? And so, it says, the Farmer's Almanac, a popular magazine at the time, was made with a hole near the spine so you could hang it in the outhouse right next to your potty. So they used that as toilet paper after they were done.
So that's
reading.
why there's always the hole in it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So there you go. Well, good. I'm not the only adult that just learned that. That's good. So I thought that was interesting. And there's other stuff in there too. I could have done the bum brush page. I didn't want to do that for this book talk. You could do that on your own. But this is the history of toilet paper and other potty tools. So you learn a lot in this one. It's fun.
Well, and that could be helpful, especially after 2020 when we were all out of toilet paper.
That's very true. Very true.
So my next book is How to Take Care of Your Dinosaur by Jason Cockcroft. And it's a really fun book about this little boy who gets a dinosaur and he has to learn, he wants to make his dinosaur feel at home. Like, how do you feed him? And this dinosaur is just causing all kinds of trouble running through the park. And then, just because Kristen just did the book about the toilet paper, you have to pick up after your dinosaur if you take him out walking because, it's against the law to leave animal waste just in the park.
That's true.
That's an awful lot of waste.
Get a dump truck.
Yes.
I didn't mean to do that, but
it was a good one.
It was a good one.
So, and with a little time, love, and patience, even a huge green reptile can make a great pet. Mm-hmm. So it's a very fun book, and it's, it's about dinosaurs, but it's kind of about taking care of any pet that you might have. So very fun,
cute,
sweet book. Yeah. All right.
All right, my last one. Probably should end with the potty one, but we're okay. This one is good. I'm not taking away from this one. This is 1 Million Trees, A True Story. So in this book, it's the story of a family and the daughter who reflects on the 40 days her family spent living in a tent covered in mud and bug bites, working hard every day to plant a new forest. So young readers will learn a little French, practice some math skills, and learn all about how to plant a tree the right way. And so you can learn more about the story, like why her parents decided to do this, but it was a very community driven thing too. So, and the illustrations are, I'm showing you the end, so spoiler alert, but I thought the spread was really pretty with all of the 1 million trees is supposed to be depicting that they had planted and how they had grown over the years.
Where was it they planted these?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Let's see, British Columbia.
Okay.
Yes. They flew from their home in California to British Columbia to do this.
Wow.
So.
What a cool thing.
Yeah, so 1 million trees, so you get to hear kind of like a sort of a biopic kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
All right, and so we go from trees to the sky. This book has the most amazing illustrations. So it's all around the world, different natural events that make the sky glow. So the book is called When the Sky Glows by Nell Beckerman. And what's really fun is, so like on this page, when the sky glows, it's got lightning, right? But then down below, so I'm stepping a little bit into your territory with the nonfiction.
Yeah.
It says lightning forms from thunderclouds filled with static electricity. And so it gives you a reason why this happens. Mm-hmm. Like, the sky glows when there's a volcano, and volcano eruptions happen when molten rock called magma rises from deep within the earth.
Cool.
And then, of course, the aurora borealis, which is just gorgeous.
Wow.
Lights up the night sky with greens, pinks, and blues, occurring when electrically charged particles from the sun enter the Earth's atmosphere. I mean, but look at these pictures. I mean, it's just beautiful. And so it's really fun. It's like every page is, you know, about something that makes the sky glow. And then it will give you, you know, like an explanation, you know, like this is sunrise. And yeah, so it's really a beautiful book.
Cool.
So when the sky glows.
I'll have to check that one out. I'm always making comments about what's going on in the sky to my children, whether they want it or not.
That's right. Well, and, you know, you test your books on your kids and read them.
Yeah, that's true.
My nephew was here from Norway, and I gave him a pile of books and told him to pick 5. And these are the 5 he picked. So I want to say thanks to my nephew, Gustav.
Very nice.
Yeah, so, and thanks to Kristen for, you know, always being a good sport with me in these videos.
It's good. Yeah. Thanks to you as well.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, and stop by the library. And this spring and summer, we're going to have a lot of fun sciencey STEM things going on, plus all kinds of other exciting things.
Yep. Check our website out at www.carverlib.org, and you can find out all the stuff in live time.
Yes. Oh, and my niece Anna picked out one of the books as well, so
okay, you have to give credit where credit is due.
Gotta give credit where credit's due. Yes. All right. Well, thank you all. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
See you at the library.
All right.